afternoon, and all that sort of thing. So, this is going to be the first kind of test dealy on the new laptop here, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better than before. It's kind of weird. It's one of these cases where, despite the fact that the laptop has better everything, seemingly, than the last one, I can't seem to get anything to run smoothly. But at any rate, hopefully it's all fixed now. Just kind of let me know if you hear weird stuff coming in here and there. If I need to go and redo any of the audio or any of that. All that sort of thing. Let's see, other than that, I guess let's get this thing going. So, there's a new class for the Pit fan mod. I will say it's experimental at this point. He's going and he's changing stuff pretty regularly, but yeah, I think it's easily my favorite so far, just because it's so stupidly overpowered. But okay, so here's the deal, pretty much. I actually went ahead and I already have a character up to floor 19 here, because this guy just completely wrecks everything like there's no tomorrow. But here is the deal. So, he doesn't need food, he doesn't get sick, he doesn't get poisoned, I don't know if he gets burned or cold or any of that. He probably does get cold, because he still has body armor. But yeah, he doesn't get a lot of the usual debuffs. He doesn't get psionics. He doesn't get crafting. He doesn't get... I tried to push the button for the stamina attacks there, so he doesn't get those either. So basically what he is, he's, well, a robot, like it says there. So I actually still have most of the things that he comes with. So it comes with some duct tape, comes with the Photofeki, I think this is supposed to be pronounced, as well as the Photoxos. Basically, this is his super death cannon. Basically, this is one of the best guns in the game, just like right off the friggin' bat. So he does some pretty crazy high damage with that. He comes with a force field belt. Basically, this will render you more or less immune to damage until you overload it. Already got some pretty nifty stuff on him. Basically, he's friggin' amazing, but he runs on batteries. So the trade-off is, like right here, you can see on the left, the usual hunger bar is instead being filled up by batteries. There's been talk to essentially allow him to eat food or something like that, but basically all food-related stuff is pretty much worthless to him. I'm gonna think of it. It'd be nice to have kind of like a click and drop kind of thing. Like, the control that I was trying to test out right there was shift and drop. But yeah, that does not appear to be the case. By the way, let me know if there's any kind of drop in quality or whatever else as far as the stream goes. Basically, this one seems to have a better antenna, so I went to a better spot as far as audio goes. Hopefully, everything's all well and solid there. But again, everything is still being adjusted for the new setup, so please do tell me if anything is a little bit jank. Now, like I said, we're already on floor 19 here. The early floors pretty much just consisted of wrecking everything. The weapons that he comes with are breakable. Basically like this right here. So they do still break. And actually what I was trying to say is all energy weapons will essentially take from his energy pool. So it uses the same system as the hunger gun, or whatever it was called, the bioblaster. So we got that. Still is going after the door here, whatever it happens to be. We're gonna take one step here, probably just use the rifle on you. So he comes with a bunch of skills. Funny part is, there's actually a lot of them that I would argue he doesn't terribly need. Oh, jeez, this place is pretty heavy now, isn't it? Mr. Snaky here. So the firing animations were just recently sped up in the most recent patch here. So these were way, way, way slower. Like he would just go take 3 regular firing animations in a row. I should also point out these inbuilt weapons of his. Even though they can break, they don't have any ammunition capacity. So yeah, pretty much acid can render him almost completely worthless over time. But just the sheer friggin' momentum this guy gets going and busting through the entire place is hard to deny. Right here, just getting, it's 30 to fire this thing, 30 energy. So he has knockback on his punches, he has pretty strong punches. He basically comes with the usual Warbot kit. And it shows, and he's really good, and I don't even know why I picked that up. So if you go to repair stations, like right here, you can actually repair your hull. So your health. Probably should have done that right there, but basically I just wanted to show how his points go. You only get 2 stat points, not that you really need a huge amount of them anyway. I would argue so far finesse seems to be the best way to go about things. The biggest actual choice comes with his body skills here, because you get mechanical and lockpick. Those are some of his lowest. Most of his weapon skills are pretty fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and go for assault in this case. But yeah, most of them end up coming at about 50 plus. And then right here for your mind skills, there's a lot of stuff that he doesn't really get any benefit out of. Like, honestly, I think his biotech should be 1, because he doesn't really have any use for biotech. I believe this is probably a holdover for the sake of giving him those potential, like, bioreactor type situations. Decipher, I mean, meh, he doesn't really need to carry as much because he doesn't need food. Medical doesn't do anything for him anyway, and then he can't use any of the psi skills, meaning that there's really only 3 that are worth investing in, which are the only 3 that he has points for. So, not the most complex character so far, but good lord does he wreck. Like, I was saying in the Discord earlier. By the way, here's your little button here to repair your hull if you should want to do so. You know, let's see. Yeah, I think I want to repair the Patoxos. Wasn't using it very much, but ended up getting hit by acid earlier on. So yeah, you can repair yourself with duct tape. You can use repair stuff to just fix yourself in general. There's just something hilarious about this war mech flying around and fixing itself with tape. But hey, you know, it is what it is. So we'll see how many folks show up to this thing. I wouldn't expect that many. Again, sorry for missing it yesterday. There was nothing I could really do about that. Actually, you know what? Let's save and exit real quick. Let me change his movement speed because I'm accidentally double tapping on that. So we'll go down here. Player movement. Let's scale that down just a little bit. So the main trade-off with him so far is that anything that anything that damages durability, he can't overwhelm. Which, so far, there's a lot of stuff that he can straight up overwhelm, but like any acid attacks or whatever, it's going to be a lot more threatening to him than it would be for a lot of other characters. Alright, so we got this stuff. Please tell me that armor locker's legit. I really want some better armor. Of course, I'm saying that despite the fact that I have combat armor in inventory, but yes! Pocket Tesseract, okay. Beautiful. So, yeah, something else is attacking the door there. But yeah, he ends up getting a lot scarier enemies a lot earlier on. As you can probably tell, I don't think you'd have this many freaking movie bears and crap that are going and showing up by this floor. Alright, let's say right here. So yeah, there's floors for oh crap, that's different. I've actually never seen that one before. So the machine pistol is about the best thing I could have hoped for this guy, because it gives a nice little use to his does that thing use assault or pistol? I think he uses assault. Where are you? Info uses pistol. Okay. That is a little bit of a bummer. Not the skill thing, I mean the fact that this guy broke one of these stations. I don't really need it, I just want to show that he doesn't actually get access to crafting. So there we go, he gets nothing for his lab skills here. His psi got okay, no. So his only psi thing here is basically he has a shield that can be turned on and off. Apparently the thing overheats if you leave it on too long. I don't know if that's really implemented yet. Because when I was going through the entire thing, it didn't really seem to do that. If I leave it on here, I don't think I'm taking any damage or anything. Like I said, this guy just barrels through rooms, and his main balancing thing is just the fact that he, well, has to go and constantly replenish himself and all that. But again, since he runs off batteries, this potentially means that you can end up lasting a lot better than you would with food. So you end up needing to take less fights in general. Okay. Yeah, the bats are just nothing to this guy. Identified as a blunter. That is a shame. What happens if I... negative. No! But... well, it's supposed to increase finesse. Maybe you just shove it in your cannon or something. Okay, reduces damage. Well, we definitely don't want that, so let's get rid of that thing. Don't think I have any other biomods. I say, getting more biomods. So I think the shield just kind of ran out. I don't think it actually overheated anything. That's what I'm trying to test out here. Yeah, if I go to the psi menu here... how do I use this? Yeah. So, project an electromagnetic barrier to deflect all incoming damage. Needs to be cycled occasionally to avoid overheating. So I don't know what happens. I've never... yeah, so it just shuts off. I think you're supposed to take damage there, but it doesn't seem like it works that way. So I'm gonna go pew-pew this guy, so hopefully destroy that biomod cabinet. Just get close, and shoot. Just gonna go for fire here. You dick, stop burning things! To the couple folks that are here, by the way, would you mind telling me, is the audio at least half decent? Will say, by the way, early on I found myself using his initial starter duct tape to go and get a lot of these random things open. Holy crap, what? 3 scandalizers! Okay, disruptor charge, and health drain. Okay, well, let's get rid of the health drain. Yeah, there's been, let's probably... machine pistol. There we go. Sounds decent enough. Alright. Same thing, electronics, computer foraging. Same thing for lockpicks and mechanical, and then one other skill. His melee comes really high just off the bat, so there's almost no need for any of that at all, especially because he doesn't really lose anything. I would argue that rifle is probably the best thing to go, despite the fact that it says the Overwatch ability is available. Again, he doesn't gain access to any stamina abilities at this point, so no it isn't. Alright, let's go to this repair station, see if anything needs repairs, like this armor, for example. Nifty. Yeah, in many ways, this guy kind of gives me, like, an FTL type of vibe. Alright, don't have any downward way discovered yet. Probably don't want to use the Photofeki enough, or as much here, because I'm kind of running low on batteries. At about half charge at this point. Actually, I wonder if I'm able to recharge at those stations. That's something surprisingly, despite being all the way up to 19, I'm not running as one of those yet. Yeah, he basically relies on... oh, Christ. Okay, I don't want to get berserked, so that's okay. Thank you. Yeah, since pistol rounds are kind of trash ammo at this point, I figure this is the best way to do it. Oh, interestingly, by the way, you can't fire a burst anymore if you're under whatever amount you want it to be. So, for example, it needs, I believe it needs 4 to fire or something like that. It's weird, because I don't know how it actually got to the specific... oh, it's because of what ammo I had left over that I managed to get to that specific point. And it should probably only need 5 to fire. 94 is good enough. So can I... Yes, recharge reactor. So it seems like it charges as much as one battery. So good. So you can recharge yourself with those things, that's good to know. Nothing worthwhile there. That I'm going to use the toolkit on. That's got a chance to succeed. The nice thing is you don't drain that much over time, so you can really get some good longevity. Really just going after that tree for the sake of experience. And I probably shouldn't have leveled up there, but whatever. So go ahead and do this, go ahead and do this. One for perception, for mostly the reason that I clicked on the wrong button, but we'll pretend it was intentional. Now, get more pistol up, because I'm using a lot of pistols. Let's go get these three up. What a complicated choice. So again, this is my favorite type of character, the one that's just like a rolling juggernaut that can't do a lot of the fancier stuff. Because yeah, can personally relate to being too dumb to do a lot of stuff. It's a good time. It's a good time. So now, okay. So now we have these guys right here. I'm just gonna interestingly, I just got wormholed. Ooh, there's a nice little opening right there. Alright, so we're actually just gonna accept that wormhole situation. I don't see anything that's terribly worth going after here. This place seems angry and unfriendly, and we're gonna go down this hole. Oh, Mr. Bear, you seem friendlier by comparison, and that's a weird thing to say. Just punch him. Punch. Finished him off. Funny part is, we're still running on the initial black jacket that he came with. So this guy doesn't even have his combat on yet. Again, I don't want to use that thing too much, just as friggin' capacitor. Also did not need to do that. Great, friggin' invisible yeti. Leave me alone, douchebag. Alright, this floor doesn't seem any friendlier. Starting to get into that phase of the game where the ammo is a legitimate concern. But that's where this gun turns out to still be amazing. One thing I will note, though, always, whenever you see one of these things, always keep in mind that there's a chance that you have to go into your inventory and, like, unload or throw away or do whatever with your gun, because getting it to berserk with this guy's cannon equipped will essentially just... It could potentially be a death sentence. It's not a good time. A little bit on the dangerous side. We got a copier. I don't think there's anything I particularly need to copy. Ooh, this, actually. Copy successful. Do it again! Copy successful. Fantastic. Oh yeah, by the way, if you try to rest at any point, it says executable not found. It's pretty great. I just love everything about this character. I've been wanting a robot class since, well, hell, since they were first putting out the DLCs for this. It was one of the first things that I kept jokingly asking for whenever they would go and like put an update out or something. Would just go and put a message like, "Yeah, this is great, but when's the robot class?" And then they're like, "Yeah, no, we'll have these kind of sort of robots for Pit 2." It's not the same thing. I want an actual robot class, not a technically kind of sort of a robot. But anyway, so this is basically what I've always wanted from this game. Again, not a whole lot of reason to be collecting a lot of this stuff. Really just armories and security rooms and all that sort of thing. Pretty much all you need. As far as ammo efficiency goes, like this thing does 30 to 60 per shot. So in many cases, you're getting way better ammo efficiency than you would out of friggin' any laser rifle or whatever else. So, like, cost-wise, it's pretty cheap. Especially considering you start with the thing, especially considering how strong it is. Turn this on before I get killed off there. Actually, almost died. Alright, let's put this here. let's put mechanical, let's put some lockpick. Don't suppose anybody is feeling like typing whether the audio sucks in the chat yet, no? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, well, one of the anybody's left. Nifty. Oh well, I'll look back at this later. Just tell me if it's broken. I don't have any real way to tell. Like, on my end, I have repeatedly rechecked everything and done little short recordings and everything else, and everything seemed fine. And then, you know, inevitably it gets that same thing where as soon as the stream thing goes up, it's just like, yeah, nothing sounds even remotely like what it did earlier, because we're not gonna tell you why, it just doesn't. So, you know, that kind of thing. Alright, pistol rounds, fantastic. I probably should have sacrificed the duct tape for that one. Oh, you can actually use computer brains as an item now. Okay, so you don't use it for just leveling up your deciphering. Okay, so there we go, recharging hub. What the hell are you? Dora Mucifer? What the hell? You're new? Okay, whatever. Justified in using the super cannon against this guy. Wow. It's a freaking demon cow. And Pro Cow's not here to see this. Oh my god. 45... Oh my Christ, 4,500 XP. That would have been a pretty darn fantastic time to have one of those XP doublers active. Ah well, ah well. But yeah, so far, only thing I can advise with this guy is get rifle up as much as possible. Just so you don't accidentally damage the Futafeki. So you hit all those crazy good shots. But yeah, he's pretty OP. Like, it's generally speaking right now, it's just viewed as hands down the most OP character. This is just what he does. So good laser cannon and everything, which is fitting. I mean, he's the robot after all, so he pretty well should be able to do all this stuff. Burning Throne should be pretty quick, but again, you're basically getting absurd amounts of efficiency by just going and firing at stuff. And once you get something like a heavy pistol, you can just go and finish it. I should also mention, yeah, 360 degrees of vision. It's pretty great. I think it might be time to finally retire the black jacket after this. Okay, so starting to get a little bit drained. Where are my batteries at? Okay. So I'm gonna fight all these robots here, because he basically has to rip out their battery packs to survive. Surprisingly, that one did not go for tropical storm as I would have expected. For the heavy rifle. Any recharging stations here? Not really. Those are going to be pretty worthless. What do you think about the nanomeds work on him by chance? Are you nanomeds? Nope, they do nothing. Oh, there's a charging station. I would like to recharge my butt, please. Thank you. Ooh, 3 charges on it. Nifty. Okay, so now we go downwards. See, this is one of the best features, I think, of the mod. Like, where you actually are getting past floor 20, and instead of just being an ever-growing larger and larger and larger and larger thing, it's just like, some of the floors are just really hard, and they're pretty small. So, you know, that's what she said. It's pretty great. Okay, so yet another achievement. There seem to be plenty of those going around. Alright, Mr. Yeti here needs to get lasered. Mostly because I can't really afford to keep fighting with him for too long. Alright, this thing won't do anything. Let's switch over to other armaments for Mr. Blue Bear. Okay, where's my Phtoxis. Nah, I don't want the Phtoxis. Phtoxos? Phtoxos? Who the hell friggin' knows? Alright, so I'm never gonna be able to open that one. Let's go over here. Looking for more armories. Armories, engineering rooms, that kind of stuff. So, I will point out, he's, at the moment, the only character that would be able to just go into floor 40 and have a pretty reasonable chance of actually just beating the end boss outright. The one thing I should mention is apparently floor 40 has changed a lot, so that's kind of why I wanted to go ahead and continue this guy from halfway down the pit. Just because there's a pretty good chance of making it with this guy, and I really want to see what's changed. Because apparently it's fully randomized now, so that'll be cool to see. Be all nifty like. Nice. Just recharge on that. Start with the rifle. Finish with this. Okay, getting pretty close to a double level here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one of those. Now, I don't think might is actually increasing. It says capacitor right here, but increasing the battery that you can actually have on this thing. Which is funny, because you'd think, like all machines, that he would just have lower battery life the longer he went on. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, foraging seems to be the single strongest skill for this guy, though. Just because the more batteries he gets, the more he gets going. It's once you get into this part where you're suddenly going and running into endless fights and you don't want to stop. That's when you start not being able to keep up as much, it would seem. What's this? Raw liver. Oh, also I guess this thing fires 8. Finish him off. There we go. Alright, that does nothing. We're out of here. Medical room, that might have some batteries in it. Okay. Super bad. Solved. Yeah, and just having an infinite ammo laser cannon like that is just crazy strong. Don't worry about this guy, because he's a hyper. And I have an insta-heal. Is that the ammo? That thing isn't. Batteries. Ooh, a VN probe. Wouldn't be good for that thing to vaporize me, generally speaking. Lockpick, mechanical, probably get some perception, because why not? This is actually legit starting to look a little bit on the dangerous side now, just because I'm not getting the batteries that I need. That's the thing, really strong weapon. Really, what is this? Archives. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, use the computer brain. What are you? Computer increased by 4. Nifty. Field surgery. Ooh, there's an armory. You might have batteries. Oh well. Okay, there are batteries in there, but I need to draw everything. Lower caliber stuff. Yep. Dealt with. Retreat, reload. Good. Okay, that's not great, but I'm feeling relatively safe in doing that. Mostly because he's gonna go stink up the room. It can be dangerous with that thing that I need in there. I'm not bad like this. I think you just instantly die if you run out of battery, though. Don't know for sure. Not too keen on finding out either. Stop farting. Break it up. If you break that thing by farting, I'm gonna it's a friggin' ridiculous amount of health. Medkit. Let's go ahead and take the level up here because even a little bit of extra mechanical might be the deal here. Mechanical. You know the kind of funny thing to consider here, though, is the fact that since his laser cannon can never get unloaded, the whole thing where you keep a weapon empty in order to get more stuff for it doesn't really apply to him. So unless he gets another laser cannon, he's actually going to be less likely to get energy cells than a lot of other characters might be. Lockpick, rifle, mechanical, and that one runs off might, so we're going to go ahead and put 2 into that. I'm sure there's something else I'm forgetting, but whatever, 71%. Okay, got it. Well, that was a lot of fighting, a whole lot of nothing. Some darts. Alright, let's do this. Go ahead and nade everything, I suppose. This guy. Fantastic. Continue applying nades to face, with the hope and understanding that there's maybe something good in there. Okay, skeletal moonbear. You know what? Grenade for you too. Why not? What the hell? Oh, okay. Okay, this thing's just dead. For a second there, I thought there was something alive that that was using this kind of screen. We got 1 reload and 1 more there on the side. Let me put this shield on. There's nothing worthwhile in here. Dang it. Continue mounting this black jacket, that's fine. It's about ready to be tossed away anyway. Alright. What else? Want to move on to other floors, but... Dang. That is a raw deal, I gotta say. Should probably consider going up, but it's problematic. A little bit problematic. Does nothing, that does nothing. I'm just gonna test all of these just in case by some weird glitch it actually allows them to work. But, you know, would kind of doubt it. Alright. So what else do I want to do here? Probably just go down. I mean, thankfully, by just walking around, his energy doesn't really go down that fast. So, like right there, he went down by about 20 energy, give or take, searching that last room. So I'm thinking the best, most practical thing. Well, oh, hello there, Mr. Cow. It's actually funny that they just showed up. You missed fighting the demon cow. There's a mini boss that can spawn in. I think it was called Lucifer or something like that, but just ended up getting him. Actually, yeah, let's find him in here. Where are you, Lucifer? Emperor Scorpion is just a guy on a bathroom sign. Alright. Oh, something, Lucifer. Also, interestingly, the scroll button doesn't seem to work on the left side here. Possibly something to consider mentioning later. Not to mention, here we go, Lucifer. So this just happened. But yeah, it's 4 to 500 health. Stats M85, F60, B50, P90, what? Oh, Might 85, Finesse 60. Gotcha. Okay. So large kick, a bovine force of destruction. Well, anyway, so that just frickin' happened. There's an engineering room over here. That's probably the best way to go. Ah, you dick. Okay. Here's the thing. I got a force field belt. I'm actually gonna drop a bunch of stuff here because I can't even use it. So let's go ahead and drop all of this. Reorganize it all, then turn on the force field belt, run in there, try to overwhelm the other Warbot that's inside, and kind of go from there. So yeah, I can't even use most of this food stuff, unfortunately. So there we go, reorganize. Probably drop 2 of these things, because why the hell do I have so many? Drop one of these side blades. Actually, just drop both the side blades. I'm never going to use them. Drop this knife. Same story. There we go. Reorganize. Drop this purifier. Also never going to use it. Same thing with this resin. There's so much in here that I'm never going to use. There's actually no reason to not just have the force field belt on. Alright. Okay, so nothing overloaded. That's fine, we got the massive shield on. Alright, no items dropped as of yet. Got 3 shots of the cannon. I have almost no batteries. Can I... Okay, so he can't use fuel cells. There was a discussion a little while ago to basically let him recharge using fuel cells. Those do not appear to do anything for him at the moment. Yes! Okay, teleported away the Warbot. Let's go ahead and over here. Get rid of that. Okay, nothing useful. Yeah, so after playing a fair bit of X Division, it kind of makes me wonder what this game would end up playing like if it used a similar system. Wherein you would essentially just lose whatever items were in it whenever there's an explosion. Claws. There's another room up here. Looks like a travel room.
A new specimen.
What's this? Modworks. Oh, you know what? I think I know what that is. And crap. Alright, I need to get back over there. So I think that's essentially a free respawn.
Yes.
But, jeez. Okay. I need to close this up. Go ahead and grenade this guy. Go ahead and step over, and hopefully this hits them both. Yes, yes it did. Best weapon that I would have against this guy is one that I haven't used. So we've got a fair bit of health. Almost no ammunition to speak of. Oh. EMPs. Right, that would help. Still breathing. But yeah, so I actually didn't even know about the demon cow thing. That I know there were a bunch of mini bosses added. Like anytime you see the red ones that are stuff like that, that's usually a mini boss of some description. Okay, well we got some goodies. There's some guy on the left. Laser... Energy cells! Yes! Okay, so that's a full charge. 10 cells is a complete friggin' recharge. So we're back in business. Oh, you guys are screwed now. Paralyzed, though. Paralyzed and damaged. Let's go ahead and pop this in here. Let's go for more mechanical. More lockpick, as I've been doing. More rifle, just to never miss a shot with this thing. And foraging is getting way the hell up there. So that just is reflected back on my Gotta wait for this guy's shield to wear off before I actually attack him. Okay. So, spaced off and a bit strong and ridiculous right now. Okay, that seems to be his deflection gone. No. His deflection is not gone. If you could please stop getting burst lasers on me, that'd be fantastic. How to drain? See, this would be my ideal weapon for draining him at this point, since it's got the psi removal thing. So basically, a couple bursts from that thing should be enough to drain him down to almost complete worthlessness. But you know, I can't use it. So actually, you know what? Let's unload and destroy that. Go ahead and eat this battery. What else? Repair kit. Oh, crap. I thought I could repair myself with that. Okay, nano reconstructors. Okay, so nano reconstructors are a full heal. Good to know. So basically I have 4 complete full heals. Oh yeah, buddy, you got a chance. Check it out, I got a shield too. If yours ever runs out, unfortunately, it looks like you know what? Now's when I'm regretting throwing away those side blades. That would have been really handy right now. So I'm punching this space dolphin until it dies. Come on, space dolphin, I just want to get access to the body. Oh my god! Dude. How many jillions of things are here defending this stupid mod bay? I don't even know if this does what I think it does. I'm just freaking fighting this stupid space dolphin forever. Hate these things. They're so freaking crazy strong. Good. Finally. Okay. Use the toolkit. I've been specifically not using... Great. So, ultimately that was all for nothing. I've been specifically not using that toolkit because I thought it would be a repair item, and it turns out it isn't. So that's good. Alright, Decipher, neat. Got some experience. Doesn't do much good otherwise. Okay, Augmentation Bay. I don't know if that'll do much good on its own. Dang it. How did you know that's what I needed? Also, that is an Ultra Amazoid. And it is, despite having a weakened animation, it is definitely not different. I think it actually did transform into me, but that didn't quite do what he thought it would, I guess? I don't know. I don't friggin' know, okay? I don't know. He might have transformed, he might have not. Because he just transformed into his wounded animation instead of actually turning into me there. Normally if they hit you once, they transform into you, and yeah, then you go from there. Let's get more might. That 24% chance, and okay. Well, at least it wasn't a critical fail. Now that all of this has gone completely south. I suppose you want to give me batteries. No, you want to give me a bunch of items I can't use. Alright. Control G. You know what, let's pick up the Psi Blade just on the off chance. On the off chance that there's that. Got through. The thing is, you can sometimes get through his shield, it's not guaranteed though. Jesus. Good job doing all this stuff. There's so much stuff everywhere. right here, those acid blobs basically just brought this thing's durability down by about half. And unfortunately, I have no shots for anything that doesn't drain my food bars, so let's do that. We got this. Okay. Is this the factory of these things? Like, I know it's different places, but... Whew. It's a bit much. Burn through the entire bar just trying to get through this hallway. Finally something that isn't my laser rifle as a weapon. Just keep punching these. Again, can last a good while as long as I don't have to use that thing. Having some access to crafting would definitely help, but that's his main limiter at this point. It's because you get no crafting whatsoever, so you can't really use any improvised weaponry, so you're completely subject to the whims of the RNG. Oh, piss off. Let me get through this hallway. Nice. Yes, I get it. This hallway is very important to you. There's that Warbot from earlier. Even... Ah, hand blinded. Of course. Of course.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, his laser cannon way stronger than mine. I suppose you haven't dropped any goodies. No. And on we go. Crippling shot. It is not actually available, unfortunately. Get more Cypher, get more of this, get more of this.
Go away!
Makes sense in even exploring this. Okay. One more step. Right there, this cannon. Fired him. That might net me some pistol rounds, which could be useful, but for now, I don't even wanna. Good. Something. So at least we have an exit. Search box. Sweet, got some jam. Let me go ahead and put that on my sensors, getting all jammed like. 87, I need a charge of some description. Where are those radiation rooms? Was there one? No, the entire place is explored. Alright, moving on. Yeah. Please get bent, you giant bear thing. So there's that. By the way, Mr. Cow, is the music and sound coming through okay? Probably should have asked that earlier. Probably finish him off with the mitosis. Okay, yeah, starting to get to the hungry phase. I'm hoping once he gets into the hungry phase, he doesn't just die immediately as the capacitor runs out. Hoping. Okay, please have something in here. It's fine if a bunch of robots come in. I'm fine with that. Ooh, interestingly, I actually got vision of what's inside, and in that case, I definitely want to go into this room. Okay, that's fine. No, this is big stuff. Oh, for dick's sake, really? Really? Okay, let's know, is there anything that isn't in this room? Okay, repair hull. Once again. Wait a second. Wait a frickin' second. These constructors aren't being consumed. So, actually I have infinite health. Good to know. Okay, gonna keep getting interrupted. So I can't put the armor on. We'll find out in a second if this is actually going to be a problem or not. Now they're going for a bunch of HP, so as long as I keep punching, should hopefully have just enough health to make it out of this and make it up to that power station. So he's going to keep chucking grenades. That's going to end up hitting all of them. I'm going to keep using these, which inexplicably aren't actually consuming them. So that's fine. See, if I wasn't so keen on getting to the 40th floor here, I wouldn't be abusing that. So I'm using it right now. See what's different on the 40th floor, dang it. Damaged. You know what? I need to use one of those reconstructors on my rifle. See, this thing, whatever. If it gets lost, it gets lost. The other stuff, not so much. Like, if that rifle gets lost, this run is definitely dead. Alright, time to go punch another space dolphin. Repair hull. There's nothing that's me dead. Damaged over and over and over. Yeah, this run would already be over. So there's no way I would have made it out of that situation. And I still don't know if it's instant death as soon as this thing hits 0. It's very possible. Unfortunately, I'm gonna punch out the space dolphin, then go punch out the Yeti. You know, usual kind of stuff. Everyday robot problems. I would be enjoying the Armored Core music in the background if I could actually hear it. So, weird part is, even more extreme than before. The thing is just plain, like, it doesn't make any sense to me here. Because I literally have everything down to 1% on the actual OBS thing. Even with its settings turned all the way down. It's like, no, it's all coming through ridiculously loud. So, again, if anybody could tell me if that's actually functioning properly, that would be it. So, Space Dolphin has turned on generation. Dick. Space Dolphin, come on. Just get dead already, please. Space Dolphin is the worst. And there we go. Stop generating yourself, you a-hole. Just a drain of resources. Like, if it wasn't for the whole fact that that I would get interrupted the second that I went and... Yeah, I don't even know how much he's getting healed, but he's getting healed faster than I can actually punch him. And if I use that rifle, it's just instant death, so... At least I think it is. Somebody close this door at some point. Say this is a little bit on the extreme side. So yeah, his main balancing feature is supposed to be that he spawns a whole crap load of extra things. Jesus Christ. The absurdly tanky ones, like these ones. Like, what is this? I literally can do nothing because all of these hyper tanky enemies drained all the resources. So even skipping a bunch of rooms, it wasn't gonna happen. Which is fine. It's like balance-wise, it makes a ton of sense to do it this way. let's see if maybe I can get into his room and just de-aggro him. If I wasn't blocked by blobs. Yeah, there's one more because of course there was. Okay, so just in weak status. What happens if I use this? Okay, so it's just drained at this point. So he's only in weak status right now. Once he gets to negative 100, I think that's where it's insta death. Which is looking very possible at this point. Okay, well, it's disease. For whatever good that does. Now my plan is just to keep hitting him with this until it breaks. He's dizzy, he's up to level 7. Health. Something else has decided to join the party. Fair enough. So it's almost dead. Because of the disease. I forget if Jaegers have that AoE ability. Hopefully they don't. How much else? Has... This is possible. This is still possible. I'm actually going to go after Canadog first. Not just because there's a chance I might drop hiking, which would make fighting the Wendigo a lot easier. Neither of them have the heal ability, so it's just a matter of punching them until they're dead. And then running up and probably getting one step away from that recharging station before someone comes out of nowhere, blows it up, and it's game over. So, see? Abuse the glitch, abuse the glitch. So the glitches were like, dang, come on! How many gigantic monkeys can there possibly be for this one room? I'm gonna kind of drag him down this way. Just because if he starts throwing grenades, then it's a problem. Oh, sweetness. Please just access this one single prop. Is it so difficult? These douches get out of my way. Sweet Christ, this is absolutely ridiculous. Actually, if that thing winds up being, like, an Adaptoid or an Ultra Mazoid in there, that'd be something. Alright, is this a different dog or the same one? Different one. Because this is the party of my friends. And yes, I know I keep saying I'm about to go after them again and whatever else. And then end up not doing that. It's fine. Not too much. Punch. looks like an engineering room up here. Oh, come on! No. No, 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 no. Get the hell out of here. What the actual hell? So, basically we've gotten pretty much every single one of the friggin' highest HP things in one hallway. Come on! You gotta be kidding me right now. Like, I get it. You guys are unhappy about me being here, but really, at what point do we just say, okay, this isn't really worth it? Okay, Doc's gonna run. It's gonna come back at a really opportune time later. This thing has like 300 health or some crap, so I'm gonna be here a minute. Wasn't a very severe need to get into that one thing that looked like it was guarded by 4 enemies that have now turned into about 20, then, you know, could have probably been well on the way to floor 40. Yay! A free heal that's actually deserved. Okay. Let's get Might up, get Mechanical up, get Melee up, I guess, because we're using it so much. Get Lockpick up, get, yeah, probably Decipher, Foraging, all that sort of thing. Alright. No answer from anyone if he was completely jacked or not, so hopefully it isn't. Hopefully it's nice. Punch, and a monkey. Side monkey is anyone's guess. Okay, that's dead. Steel patch, so it can potentially fix up his armor, which I think is fine anyway. But if it had gotten damaged, it would be possible to fix it up. Alright, so this is like the 3rd or 4th mechanic dog here. Something like that. So we're starving. There's another douchebag at the end of this hallway. Oh my god! What? Ugh. Really? Really? We're doing this. We're really doing this. So that's what, like 3 or 4 or something, whatever, giant friggin' Yeti monkeys. Like what, 8 of these friggin' mechanodogs. Don't know how many, like a couple, Jesus. Stupid bear, piss off. I literally will die of hunger before being able to fight that stupid bear. All I need is either to open up that box on the left. Okay, well, there's a chance I think that one of these might be able to drop what I'm looking for. Get back, stupid bear! All I can hope is to just melee this guy. Maybe he'll camp himself to death. This is irritating. This is legitimately getting into irritating territory. Because I just need to get to that one stupid thing. Can't use that, can't use that, can't use that, nah. No other glitches to use. Just flown so far beyond retarded territory that it doesn't even know what's going on anymore. It's like, yes, I basically got an infinite health glitch here, but... Just punch him. For some reason he's not moving now. Whatever. Oh, cool! Cool! There's a thing to paralyze now. years of playing this game. And they've just stolen my infinite health. And they are now going to delete my infinite health. Right. Cool. This is great. This is just fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted. Can I, Oh wait, no. Still have 1 infinite health. So here's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna drop that thing. I'm gonna go over here, because inevitably what's gonna happen... Okay, so that bear... I have to basically punch this bear 500 times. At least 25 times. Okay, so I think it's gonna run away. It's gonna keep trying to... Okay, the other one's back now. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this again. Wait, what? No, 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 no! I just dropped that! Oh, I'm so pissed right now. So they will just pick up random items now, it seems. Pushing the stupid bear to death, 2 health. Almost all the items are completely destroyed. Destroyed or stolen, I might add. Just on the off chance that does anything, I doubt it. Whatever. Maybe at least 1 good hit on this guy. Good. That's finally done. Please drop some batteries. The shut round. Fantastic. Oh, and this is the deals. Okay. Or is this yet another one? No, it's yet another one. Because the 50-something frickin' dogs so far are apparently not enough. Yet another one defending this stupid thing. Why can't you let me have nice things? Okay, so I can't craft that. Okay. If there's anything here, work as a repair. No on that, no on that. Yeah, I think this might be the end of the run. Because of the most retarded room in existence. Yeah. That's the end of the run. Like, honestly, I would say I'm not annoyed by that or whatever, but that was so stupid! One prop, and, like, harder than the whole rest of the game combined. Like, what the hell was that even? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go for a fast one. Gonna go ahead and go for another normal. So, yeah. Ooh. You know what? Actually, we're gonna go for easy. Screw it. Let saltiness commence. We're just gonna go ahead and do it this way. So here you go. Here's what you start with. You actually start with a whole lot of pretty nifty goodies. Alright. Nice delicious coffee. Interestingly, he actually starts on 5 instead of anything else. Punch that. Usually a regular punch will do anything you need. So there we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and start off this way. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the first time I've actually legitimately gotten frustrated with something in a good long while. Hands down, the dumbest room I've ever seen. You know what? This might be why he's so pissed off at the pit. So if you don't know, his whole backstory is supposed to be that he's just one of the Warbots that got really tired of being pushed around. And I wonder if that's why. Just like, yeah, no, there's frickin' 5 jillion dudes just guarding this one prop for no reason, just to prevent you from recharging. It's like, yeah, you can't get to this power outlet. We're all just gonna be complete dicks about this. So, you know, that happened. Okay, that was a weird little stutter there. Stun and all that, so that's one. There's an invisible guy here. So I can't move. And we've double leveled. Bit of a shame. Oh well. Funnily enough, double levels don't really matter that much at this point, so there's that. Okay, so we're gonna get might up. Gonna do the usual might and then finesse thing for this. Accidentally bit my tongue there. That kind of hurts. Go for rifle. Gonna go for these 3 this time. There we go. Because yeah, thing is, if you run out of batteries with him, it's just over. He does not have those craftables. That thing. Screw it. It's rampage time. Alright, pretty much no interest in this room whatsoever. Probably what I should have done is, once I got to that one wormhole part, I probably should have circled back up. Would have been the smarter way to go about things. I just kind of figured, you know what, it's better off just going on, finding the next charging station and going on from there. And, yeah, then never really expected there to be jeez. Never expected there to be that much defense in such a random, like, out-of-the-way room, because I was off to the side there. And usually those ones will get a few stragglers going in, like the first half of that, perfectly reasonable. But I've never seen where you got a room where you know, you have 4+ gorillas, like... Was it actually up to 10 wolves? I don't know. Something like that. And then all of your friggin' giant mechs and all this other crap. It's like, really? Really? It's so beyond absurd, I don't even know what to make of this. But oh well. Oh well. Get melee up here, go for the top 3. Alright. There's a defense room. Probably one more thing that would have saved it is running into a radiation room or something. So if you know what those do, basically they potentially have the option to recharge it, and usually they'll yield bio components from and some type of usually you have a few options to recharge in there. Like if you really need to recharge, that's the place to do it. This guy seems like he'd be the ideal melee class. Just because he has a single thing that charges him up so severely. Alright. Let's go electronics, computer forging. Let's go lockpick mechanical, go for rifle, and more finesse. I realize I probably should have gotten those up to their respective 10s, but that's fine. Pew, pew. Don't want to deal with you. Alright. 2 level ups in a single room, not bad. And again, I think I got like 2 or 3 in that last one, huh? The saltiness is real. Saltiness is very real over that one, because I could have sworn that one would have made it all the way to 40. And restarted. 64. Let's go for the safe one first. But no actual rifle. Adaptoid, you dick. Please kindly get bent. Thank you. Jammed, unfortunately. You. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Out here. Bunny. Okay, didn't actually mean to completely vaporize that bunny, but... Well, like I was saying, you get stuff like bears way earlier on here. getting more and more bothered the more I think about that room, because he was the last guy on like friggin' 10 health that finally did me in there. And it's only because those two stealing robots just came by and they're like, yep, we're gonna jack these two specific items. Like, the second one is because I dropped it on the ground, so they specifically went for it. But the odds that the first one would specifically go for the friggin' repair patches is, just such a douche luck, it's not even funny. Alright, you, please. If I can get one of those, things can improve drastically. Here's how the strategy's supposed to go. Recharge your thing over and over. I'll recharge now. So I'm back to how I was 9 floors ago. Okay, that's jammed. Nifty. Now we're gonna go ahead and heal up. Go ahead and up those skills a little bit. Knockback and rifles and all that goody type stuff. Oh crap, I went for biotech. No. Points, they are wasted. Okay. Moving on. There we go. Here's one of those reactor rooms I was talking about. I forget what they're actually called. Volatile storage. So we don't have any of the red ones in here. Usually the red ones are the ones you need to recharge. But they're usually filled up with pretty relatively crappy stuff. That's fine. Bye. This one. This is the one that I need. A rad pod. Recharge reactor, and we're good to go. Anything interesting over here? Not really. And that is the entire floor. Leave all the items behind, because who needs them? Yeah, I feel like he maybe needs one craftable item, which is just like some burst variant of the Photofeki. Because then he could essentially just go and charge through the entire thing and then just upgrade this thing to burst. We're gonna get recharged in just a sec, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this to clear out this area. Dick. Alright. Recharge, what are you? Or Buddha Trapper. We're not going to be able to really do anything, unfortunately. So there we go, draw on power. Okay. Recharge, see, this is the way it's supposed to go. This is basically how it went last time, up until, like, as soon as I hit the recording thing, as soon as I hit the streaming thing, I should say. Like, no, it is time for everything to get completely ruined. You are about to get completely rocked to a degree that you have never been rocked before. And so it happened. So, gathering experience doesn't seem as worth it with this guy. It seems like just speedrunning is the way to go. He's the speedrun character. Thank you. Access to lots of nice goodies. 99%. Those goodies. Infuser, that sucks. I need some better lockpick here. Let's get this up. Let's get this up. That's what she said. Okay. Take this, and more forging, and more decipher, because that turned out to be very useful last time. Alright, jammed, so whatever, moving on. There is a weapon room, there's also something preventing me from moving, whatever. By the way, it's not being choppy, is it? Get rid of you. Alrighty. Goodies. Fantastic. That's nice. those shots are coming from. It's kind of bugging me. We're just weak enough to punch down. Pick up the high cal rounds, might need them later. Don't need those logic circuits, don't know why I went to go pick them up. Master kit, kind of worthless. And that's jammed. Also, sucks, because I need a weapon of some description. As good as this thing is, I need something that doesn't drain battery. Okay, more bread, not gonna do any good. Okay. Freezer. Get that face hopefully, yep. Okay, this area's clear. Moving on. Now then. Cipher them. Do the things and stuff and such. Overwatchability is not actually available. And finesse. And we'll get a little bit of a tiny boost of finesse out of this. Shoot that guy so we don't have to deal with Berserk. Or that guy because he's there. Cold storage, not going to be one of the more useful rooms here. Medical storage, not so much. Okay. Punch this rat down. That was basically free. That's fine. I suppose you want to drop some batteries? What does the amino drink do to this guy? Negative? Okay. What about the martial trainer? Spear increased by 11. Oh man, this run's basically guaranteed now. These guys should take more shots, right? Yes. Missile runes, monitors. What do we see? Okay. Now we can see everything. So on the left is some storage containers. That's worthwhile. Looks like only one enemy in there. And yeah, I can skip everything up till the top right. So one thing I've noticed is that there's like secondary blue rooms every now and then. Not sure what they're all about. You know what, actually this thing I'm just gonna lock in here. Really have no desire to deal with it. This one we have to. Okay. The rest are going to go towards finesse, I think. Let's get mechanical up. Let's get a rifle up some more. Lockpick. You know, stuff's going about as much as it usually does. Actually, you know, might as well take this opportunity to go get some of these secondary skills up a little bit. There we go. Just in case they wind up being helpful later. So let's get Decipher, this and this. Can't open. Good to know all these 80% keep failing. Oh, nice! 2 80% in a row. Failed. Fantastic. Completely annihilate that rat. The hell are you? Angry? Or something. I'm going to take this route, first of all, to find out what these yellow doors do. Second of all, to hopefully avoid the guys at the bottom, because they're trying to break through that door. Okay, blind for 30 rounds. That's not a big deal. You picked a bad time to suddenly approach. Okay, there's the edge of that. That should help. Can I use it though? Negative. Dang it. I mean, I guess I got a blue room right here. I can probably go drop off that Edge-a-Pet. Nah, screw it. I'm never gonna use the blue room anyway. Let's combine combine you, and more needed. This one then. Cool. Accomplish nothing. So it seems like recombination centers do still work for him, though. So that's good to know. Getting very low on the old battery. It's getting problematic. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Give me batteries. No, you want to give me batteries. Something to the right. I'm gonna try and not use my my cells as long as possible. It looks like it's 15 to fire this thing. It used to be 30. Actually, I wish I would have known that earlier. Should have paid more attention. Deal with you. Fantastic. You. And another recombination cell. Nifty. Okay. Now let's take one of you. Recombine all this. Dang it. That never works. Also, if these 80% could stop failing, that'd be great. So, one repair thing. And some new batteries. Where's this thing? Open up this first, because it had the biggest chance of being a fake. Sweet. Got some padded armor, so that's basically anti-explosion armor. Got some boots, and some hull repair. Okay. Moving on. Dick bots. Little dick bots. Pew pew that. Recharge. Nope. Not recharge. I think this one's just samples, no recovery. There's no point in doing that. Okay, screw it. Just wreck everything. I know it's not exactly very conservative of me here, but dang it, there's the option to just go completely Rambo on this mess. Alright, anything worthwhile in here? Maybe. Okay, got a biomod, conveniently a biomod reader right here. Analyzer can't be repaired. Well, dang. We're hungry for batteries. I guess resort all that. Probably use this thing, repair the armor a little. Oh, you can use it for hull repair as well. Okay, well, good to know. I can polymer infuse myself probably in. Yeah, your spore nonsense out of here. As you may be able to tell, I've never been a fan of inexplicably tanky enemies. Alright. It was 99%. Surely that should have failed. Dead. Just checking this place because it's already open. Definitely checking off to the right there. Drained on batteries yet again. Actually gonna keep getting might up for the sake of potentially having a bigger battery pool there. Rifle, it's too too hot here? Well, you know, it typically tends to be. Actually, it's a little bit miraculous over on this end. It's actually the first couple days that it's been under 100 degrees in a good long while. And, it feels fantastic. Not to spoil it, but I'm just saying, it feels great. Actually, the, wife and kiddo went off to a bit of a cool here. Got my work stuff done. It's pretty much the only reason I'm even on here right now. I should have just EMP there. In fact, there's still a pretty good opportunity to EMP right here. Good. Good. Please don't transform. Good. I'll probably get rid of my vest. Actually, why the hell would I get rid of my vest? Screw it. Basically, I have infinite health, so whatever. You know what, truth be told, even with like a sort of infinite health mechanic, this is still really fun. Alright. Yeah, you know what, it's still worth it. Do I have enough for 3? Not quite. Okay, so... incendiary grenade would be great. Okay. Just to finish it off, use a couple of these to finish these guys. Alright. Toxos for the rest. And we're good to go. Oh, son of a dick! Oh, I hate those paralysis nonsense! Okay. 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 I don't know what they stole. I know that a bunch of stuff just got damaged. I always forget those things paralyze. Okay, cool. Another pretty decent % chance. Room got irradiated. Nifty. Alright, let's just eat a new battery then. Yes, I'm aware there are more efficient methods. But we're just kind of blazing through this right now. Okay, no sense in going to the refrigerator room. There's just going to be food in there. Room is empty. Reading room, maybe. Well, that could have had something, but this douchebag blew it up the second I walked in, so... That's cool. I didn't want to get into it anyway, you know? Let's get that perception up. Let's go for rifle. Let's go for lockpick. These batteries over here, so I stop this. This is madness. Apparently this affected me with a glitch. This one's battery. Actually, you know what? This was a pretty good drop then. Unload and destroy, please. Yeah, that should give me 1 battery. Dog. Oh, come on. Let me get through doorways. Dang it, Warbot. Why you gotta go spawn in all this crazy, like, difficult stuff all over the place? Okay, just repair hull, I guess. This thing. You know what, let's level up mechanical first. Electronics, mechanicals, all that sort of thing. Forging, computer, electronics, and a sci-fi. Pick, mechanical, rifle, and some of this. Okay. Tape 77, it's gonna fail. Yep. Called it. Oh, it's still got some energy cells out of the deal. Of course. Batteries. Okay, there's a radiation room. Should be able to maybe pick up some more energy out of there. Hello, player. Let's go get a ton of energy. Radiation does not appear to have what I thought it would. Alright. Well, back to our previously scheduled nothing terribly useful. Empty room, that's going to be a bio room. Actually, we're going to pick up the key because it's pretty useful here. Let's go down this way. Completely missed this engineering room. Perfect. Perfect. In fact, you know what I probably should have done with that robot bay is just sat there and just mooched off it. Because I can potentially drop energy cells, so there's that. Sweet, sword and a knife. That's what I wanted. Switch this bin and I think we're good to go. Or wait, no we're not, because I didn't figure out the way out here yet. Keep on munching these batteries. So dang fast, I wouldn't be using them so liberally. Alright, let's use this again. Please be in this archive room, I don't want to go fight that queen thing. Okay, base paste. Perfect, because there's really no chance that I would have found it otherwise. Well, I can't craft it, so... Good. Pocket dock... Can I unload the pocket dock? No, I can't uncharge the pocket dock, unfortunately. Let's put the base paste on. So we can still use that stuff, so I don't have to worry about acid as much. Drop this, drop this, drop this, and drop this. There we go, that should be all fine and dandy. Yeah, we're just going to keep the flak jacket on for the time being. I probably should upgrade to something better. I just want to keep it on for now. Okay, more batteries. Only a single cell, but it'll do. Radiation room. Perfect. Lockpick set I almost left behind. That'll be fantastic. fantastic if I actually manage to get to something that I can lockpick. Of course he wouldn't be empty. You're never empty! No rooms are ever empty. It's a very non-lonely existence, unfortunately. Maybe something in here. Dang it. Give me batteries, you dicks. I was expecting to be able to get a recharge out of that room. Alright, gotta heal. Of course. I gotta get a machine pistol again. Okay. Got a battery dispenser. What the hell is this? Exoart? Auxiliary pump designed from Riggy. Okay. What does that do? 500? I've never seen one of those, so I have no idea what they do. Okay, fuel cell. No! I'm an idiot! No! No, 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 no! That needs to be an energy cell. Ah, dang it. Well. Jeez, okay. Where to go, idiot? Get rid of those. It's probably gonna be more effort than it's worth going left, but let's go left anyway. No reason to search those. Actually, wait, there's a copier. Or no, wait, this is a lab, isn't it? Yeah, creation station. Why couldn't you be a copier? Draining slowly. Okay, perfect spot for an EMP. Are you EMPs? Goodbye. Nothing of value in here. What happens if I... chamber shuts down? Dang. I was gonna say what happens if I actually use this as the Warbot. But unfortunately, I will never know. Open door, open door. Sweet niftiness. Let's get the hell out of here. Chew on another battery. Hopefully run into a night. Oh my goodness. Okay. Really? So, if you're unaware, Marigis suck. What? Oh, okay. So they disguise themselves as me, so I can't fire at them now. Alright, so how do I deal with that? Grenades, I guess? Yeah. I'll be fine AoEing myself with grenades. Good job. Alright, we got lockpick. Might as well get this up a little bit. Get that up, get that up. Okay. Merging decipher. 80% on a safe. That is pretty near unheard of right there. Oh, good. Recharge reactor. Handy and fantastic. Okay, AI lab. What can you do? Nothing. I think an AI lab, it would stand to reason, would be one of the few things he actually could use. Because he's basically an AI himself. At least we don't have to worry about pit douches. Pretty much promised. give me something else. Like, no, have crafting ingredients, though. Energy drink. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and actually search. Makes sense to me. I probably should just go back to punching these things. Drain a little bit less. Punch while you can punch. Dandy. Alright, I don't even want to deal with that. Push them anyway. And shock that under who gives me. Sciencey room here, nothing useful in it. Another radiation room. Right, he's not the main bad. Oh! Here's the one thing with the massive pool of health that was missing from the last party. Doesn't even matter because most of this stuff is worthless. In fact, might as well destroy this. Equip the padded set. I'm hoping, despite giving less armor, I'm hoping it'll actually do a better job of protecting items from explosions, since the health itself has not been the issue. Please give it 3 charge. Well, not exactly, but it's good. All the things. Robots are probably gonna run away soon. Berserk, and we're gonna run it off. Okay. Purifier, worthless. Worthless. Kill a rabbit of Carbog. Okay. Haven't seen that one before. Holy hand grenade! That's exactly what it sounded like. Yes. Okay. Amazing. Okay, so strength is up for whatever friggin' reason. Let's get mechanical up, rifle up. You know the deal. This. And away we go. Okay. No, not what I wanted. But plus side, I basically get to skip. Oh, what the hell was that? Winter biome, all that cool nifty things. I don't know what this ice snake is doing, but it's kind of ridiculous. I don't suppose I know where the exit is. Who cares? Ooh, I want that grenade though. I probably should have been shooting at those, huh? Alright. Well, dang. No idea what this weird heart thing does, but... I mean, it sounds like it's a temporary anti-poison or something. Maybe? Useless stuff. Winter biome. Mind what this guy's doing, because it's... I mean, it basically doesn't matter as long as it's just him. Rude. Rude. Make him waste batteries just to friggin' eat you. cares whatsoever. Okay, and a third one, oddly enough. Expected this to be done already. And they are quite dedicated to beating up this Warbot, despite the fact that he's obviously running away, despite the fact that there's nothing for them to really eat on him. But, oh well. Alright. Right, this, I assume. And that's the final battery. Because I found no additional weapons. At least nothing this guy can use. Alright. Would probably be doing a lot better if some of those 80% early on had actually succeeded, but it's a little bit too much to hope for apparently. So, infinite health, but very limited action. Come on. You surely can't all be this dedicated. Please. Thank you. Alright, so 33. You know what? Let's use this, I think. This should... That seems perfect. How the hell are you still alive, buddy? And he legitimately thought that he was going to get away without actually... I know what's in there. Right now I'm actually going and using the laser while I still can, just because obviously it's going to be a problem later. Blob thing needs to piss off. Thankfully I can see inside all the rooms without any problems, so I'll probably go into the storage room, at least see a container in there. It's kind of bizarre, down all the way down to 33 with, well, without a weapon. It's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, the nice thing is I can basically stand wherever and just mash F and pretty much beat whatever eventually. Still got a little bit of time until his reactor runs out. Don't know why it's lagging. Such things will happen, I suppose. Is it going to be the same thing now? I want to get at this box, but I can't get to the box. Biomod. That's really useful. Vision's dimmed, but whatever, we're just going to charge through this mess. Okay, this guy's going for radiation. And he destroyed my armor. That's fine. What I need to do is get in here, get into this corner, and then just fight everything. I need an EMP. Where are you, EMP? Please tell me I'm not out of EMPs. Oh wait, I have one right here. Nifty. Go ahead and use one of those. Feeling weak, unfortunately. It's alright, we'll get that fixed right up. Get some points in a might, mechanical, all that sort of thing. I need to get access to that rat pod on the top right. And once again, would be nice to actually have some way to defend. That doesn't involve punching things. else comes, and you're kidding me! Come on! How many 87% have failed now? Well, I mean, plus side, there's this, okay? I can basically... I'm immune to radiation, so... I can just force this guy to run around in here forever. So he'll just keep getting irradiated. He'll eventually start taking damage. Anything that pops into here, through whatever means, will end up getting more and more irradiated until it eventually just dies. So, I mean, I guess on the plus side, this suddenly made handling this room a lot easier. Or handling this floor a lot easier, I should say. Now, where are my batteries? Oh, you know what? This site. I'm gonna destroy these. Okay, they did not get what I was hoping that they would potentially drop a battery. But they didn't. Alright. Dark, that's fine. Radiation 10. He should be dead now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so they start off at a different radiation level. I don't know how much damage they're taking from it. It's gonna hit me once, but I've got some base paste from earlier. That's fine. Now I'll just take through. Get stunned by this dickbag. You know what? That kind of seems to be his run in a nutshell. Just running into every shutdown ever. Okay, so all the blobs are dead. There's gonna be some more dead blobs in there in a minute. My cal rounds are nice, it's too bad I don't have anything that actually uses them. Let's go ahead and pick that up. And now open all doors. Nifty. Now let's get these points assigned. Might, more mechanical, more rifle, etc. Okay. Enough. Keep on punching, because I have no reason not to do anything else. No reason to do anything else, rather. Let's go this. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that actually. Well, you know what? At this point, you might as well just finish him off. He's just gonna run off and heal otherwise. Yeah, this one seems like he's resting or something, so we're gonna punch him a bunch. Punch, punch, punch. Nifty. That's extraordinarily irritating. I had to take 2 extra shots because that first one... Okay. I didn't even mean to have that equipped. That first one just missed him somehow. Or rather hit a 67 instead of a 68. Alright. There's the doctor. He's got a good chance of dropping cells. At least he used to. Oh, dang it, come on. You know, you can't knock this guy out, he's a freaking mech. Why are you trying? So, okay, what are we doing here? Way down is over here. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this one trapped in this room up here again. Okay, gotta get into that room on the left. A bit of a problem with that is very obvious there with that compactor. Okay. Let's get you all the way up here so that you can't actually escape. There's the store, aggro range, and sweet, you should be done and taken care of. not doing anything to use space combat. Alright, come here. Chase me. Okay, so the first wave of those things is dead. So this is a little bit trickier to get trapped in this room, but it's possible. Is this one open? No. Okay, I'm very low health now. Use the infuser, repair your hull. Worst case scenario, I'll use the grenade, but anyway, one pop of experience, so hopefully these secondary ones coming soon. So right now I'm just kind of running him around everywhere, wasting time. Okay, second set just came. Don't have time to get into the safety pod, but that's fine. So the third one should be popping any time now. Gotta get close. Go around this corner, I think. I'm gonna start punching him next to this door. Okay. So it's clear inside. Alright. Then we just do this until he's dead. This is so douchey. But hey, you know, if I can't actually beat him, this is a way to do it. This is the kind of dumb bullcrap that I end up playing roguelikes for. Where you end up beating somebody through some completely asinine method. I mean, I'm basically running on no batteries here, so I've got no weapons that this character's good with. It's kind of the most practical way to do it. Okay, his vision's dimmed. Honestly, right now I could probably let him go and he'll just die from the radiation poisoning alone. But you know what? This is what he gets for being a douche. He actually just jumped all the way from 7 to 10, interestingly enough. And he should be dead any second now. How much health do you have left? 121. Still 121. Still 121. I shouldn't have wasted any shots on you. Why is he not dead? Okay, this is strange. Why is he not dying? Don't suppose anybody knows, because that should be fatal. I mean, maybe he has to go to 11 or something. Anytime now. Still at 121 health. Alright. Back to punching it is. Generation at this point. Yeah, so apparently they can't die of radiation poisoning for some reason. It's kind of a shame because that was such a good strategy up till now. Okay, okay. Uses duct tape. repair the hull. Please, please, please. Drop something. No. Out of curiosity. Okay, so I can unload it and basically just eat the battery out of it. Good to know. This guy got out. How much? I don't know how much he has. Or she has, rather. But they have no armor, so I might as well just do it this way. What the hell is this? Transmogrifier. Oh! How are we doing food-wise? Actually, it would completely not make sense to transform into anything else. Out of curiosity, what does this thing use as its charges? Energy backpack? Yeah, except I can't actually get any more backpacks, so if I unload it and eat the backpack out of it, I'd be in trouble. So this one's a bit weaker than the other one, I think. It's got a little bit of energy going. Don't have to worry about the rat things, for obvious reasons. I guess they're more worm things than rat things, but they're supposed to be kind of like little rat things. Actually, speaking of little rat things, I'm gonna be giving up one of the kittens that I raised a little while ago. Well, that we raised a little while ago. All of those days of going and getting up every couple hours to go bottle feed him and all that. But yeah, after talking a whole bunch, it looks like it's the best way to go. Hello again, Vin. Yeah, so far it's been a very strange run with this guy. Very, very, very strange run. As in, there was one particular room where they just kind of decided enough was enough and sent the entire friggin' pit to go deal with this guy. And it was ridiculous, and there was nothing that could be done, so yeah. First run died. Oh, awesome! These things, which I have to use the energy gun for. Ooh, transmogrifier. So I can turn into any of these, technically speaking, with his equipment, my best bet would be to turn him into the Hiver, which would essentially mean that he doesn't drain from his health pool anymore. But, I want to see his ending, though, so, no. We're turning that off. Heavy weapon thing in there. Could potentially have an energy backpack, which I actually haven't seen one as of yet. It's very possible that it is a very, very strong healer. One can hope. We open the door. Alright, time to just punch it open, I guess. Or it's right open. 10% fails, though. That's what we played the pit for. Oh, this turns out to be the exit tube. And I didn't even notice the recharge station. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You know, why don't you little dicks come over here? Why not? I was hoping they would come over there because I can't close the door, and if something... Okay, I just see a little robot there. I don't know what was shooting at me earlier. If something comes around the corner and blows all this up, it'll be unfortunate. That's dead. That's not... 3 charge? No, I get 1 though. Pick could get this to be 100%. Ooh, sweet. Purple blade. Actually, that's extraordinarily handy. Good. Finally. finally a friggin' useful weapon. So, okay, probably not worth going north there, not worth going for the medical room. We're just gonna go south here. Might as well go to floor 35. Basically what I need, as per usual, is just to make it to the end floor with like 4 batteries. And then that's just smooth sailing from there. I think. Depends on how it goes, I guess. Okay, mechanical, let's get Blade up now that we actually have one, and lockpick. For a bit of decipher, foraging, and electronics. You know what would be a really cool enemy now that I think about it? If there was just like a time when you would go and you would go to use your well, it's oh, come on. Let me enter a room without this nonsense. Come on. Oh, Jesus, dude. Like, oh, sorry, fire-breathing snake, the moment you enter the floor, they just all do. None of that stuff is useful. Okay. I'm not even sure what the door does. Hopefully that laser stuff is coming from him and not somebody else. Now it's an actual laser guy. Survival 6 health, so I gotta use a little bit more stuff. Alright. No batteries. I know I can't drop batteries. I've seen him drop batteries before, and despite the fact that he's using glamour, it seems like I can still hit him as long as he's tagged under F. Reason to save this thing, so let's take this. What else does he have left? Unknown. There's the infuser. Huh. Infuser depleted. Apparently, okay, apparently that one isn't infinite. But it also is rechargeable, I guess? Odd. Might as well use the shield if I was gonna do this, I guess. Lock the door to prevent him from running, because eventually he's just gonna come running back, and that's gonna be a problem. There it comes, done. Okay, sweet, we got the spear. Alright, should be able to go here. Lemurian spear, one of the best friggin' weapons in the game. Brilliant. If you give me a 3 charge... Nope, still just a 1. This thing because obvious reasons. Please give cells energy backpack. Okay, perfect. Eat it. Can't eat the crab. Alright. I did not mean to pick that up. Come on. Control G. What? What? I'm hitting Control G. Why is it? Whatever, that got weird. apparently Control Shift G drops pretty much everything that you're carrying. Okay, so oh, wait. These are already assigned. What do we get out of the backpack? Where is it? 500. Yes. Beautiful. That's less beautiful. Alright, you're poisoned. You're poisoned. You can leave now. I'm mostly worried about this guy's cold effect. Okay, dead. Penguin's not doing very much. He's healing himself. Okay, there we go. Please. Don't. Dickory, okay. I know I'm damaging my spear here, but I need to get this thing poisoned. It died. Okay, double level. Just this and this and this. Get that decipher up in case I need it. Mechanical spear. It's interesting that he's got so much spear ability, considering you'd think it would be very difficult for him to use a spear. Also, they drop an energy cell. Perfect. It's actually funny because I saw somebody suggesting that he needs to function like the Necromancer except against robots. So he basically already does. See, the game sound is a little loud and you're a little quieter. Yeah, hold on. Alright, first off, how is that on game audio? And second off, how's that on mic? Is that better? Just got a little bit of a poke here. Alright. So nothing's just gonna go die. Fantastic. Yeah, hopefully it's a little bit better now. Basically, like I was mentioning earlier, my previous headset just completely died. So, you know, new stuff happened. Now, where's this artifact? Okay, it enhances attributes. How much does it... Oh, wow, that really enhances. Okay. So become a complete and utter beef lord here. Let's get more spear skill. Get more lockpicks. Hopefully this thing doesn't cause energy drain. Normally that thing would cause a bunch of food drain, so we'll see. Oh, Exo Heart, negative 100. Oh! Oh, that's worth recharging. Oh. Wait, but is this technically a hunger rate, is the question. It says it affects this bar. Huh. Okay, get rid of you. Yeah, this is why I love the spear, because even the, like all the annoying cyborgs and crap, it has a pretty good way of dealing with. These friggin' super boss annoyances, deals with them. Just basically poke and run. So you can fight multiple enemies at once. It's just great. You guys are sadly mistaken if you think this is going to work out great for you. Yeah, so I'm going to try to conserve whatever's left for now. Alright. Missed him again. Alright, come on. Get that poison off. Should be good to go at this point. So, they ought to be dead. If not, they will be very close to dead upon getting back. Okay, I know there's some computers in that room. that one I will accept the extra drain on. Okay. Oh, we've been here already. Okay. So that's basically everything worth exploring explored, I think. Let's go floor 37. And, yeah, getting very close to the end now. Need to dismiss facilitatus. Okay. All I need is poison proc here. Come on, work with me. No? Guess all that stuff's dead now. Alright. You let go, you get poked. I was gonna go back up the stairs, but it's not actually worth it. Since this stuff has already died. Unknown door trap, discharges purifier. That sucks, but it doesn't matter too much. This one doesn't seem one of the acidic ones. What the hell? Megaborg? Okay, come on, poison proc. Alright, repair. But seriously, poison proc though. Any day now. There you go, poison proc. Now poison proc on you. All my stuff is getting damaged with every hit they get off here. Okay, Megaborg is dead, this guy is almost dead. Other guy is almost dead. Is this a teleport trap? Can't be. Good. Oh! Look at that convenience. Recharges your exo heart. Perfect. Alright, got a whole lot of biomods, no way of figuring out what they do. Let's probably go dump all the random junk I don't need in here. Yeah, there's a bunch of this stuff that'll never be useful ever. Friggin' sword, get out of here. This, all you crafting materials that I can't use. Actually, these I might be able to use. Goodbye. And yeah, you know what? No additional hunger rate from the from this necklace thing, by the looks of it. Alright. Let's get rid of you. Purple. How much health do you have? That's fine, we'll continue sorting this guy. Alright. Open door, this guy didn't... Nah, he didn't drop a cell. It'd be great if you drop a cell, but you never do. God. Why don't you drop cells anymore? Alright, poisoned. It's funny because I haven't moved and he's still within the same range, so I can still keep poking him despite the fact that he's hiding. It's great. Alright, come on, energy backpack. No rifle parts. Why would I give a flying crap about rifle parts? Okay, dead. Food room, who cares? Cyber Jaeger, get poisoned. I know you're not going to drop anything useful for me, so bye. Alright. I don't want to mess around with this thing. Toxus. I think we're going to go full rifle for the most part here. Alright, didn't get a stun from this one. Only reason I'm firing at that one is because of its stun effect. Skunk Ape, let's take 3 Oh, come on! You dick! Why? You need a weapon the entire freaking game. Oh yeah, here's a weapon thing. Oh yeah, he's gonna miss and hit it. and blow it up. Alright, so let's get rid of this stuff then. get rid. I think this might recharge the shield. So I'm going to keep that around for a second. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Have hundreds of pistol rounds and no pistol to put them in. Batteries? No batteries. Anti-material cells, though. I suppose I can eat you? No. Cannot eat anti-material cells. Discharges force field belt. That's a shame. Oh, you know what? I can probably... Okay, that thing's acidic, whatever. Let's go back here. I was gonna say, this thing is... Oh, 47 turns until... Oh, that's new. We're actually gonna sit here for 47 turns. Until that thing is active again. 40 turns. Because, yeah, drain is pretty slow, as long as we're not using the cannons. And recharges force field belt. So the reason that I'm doing this, by the way, and yes, it is 200 turns to recharge, but, okay, we're going to go ahead and destroy this. So it's probably going to recharge this heart. Well, actually, right now that heart shouldn't be doing anything. But here's the thing. I want to wait till it's done. I want to see if it'll actually recharge him. Because he does count as a chargeable, so... There we go. Wasting turns. Wasting turns. Wasting a fair bit of charge if this doesn't work, but that certainly would be amazing if it did. Because I know you can get your food back from like advanced medical things and stuff, so that is a function in the game. Nah. Well, worth a shot. Let's turn on this heart then. Alright, I think I already determined that I didn't want to be here. Such things are fine. Yeah, you'd think with how powerful he is early on that this guy would be pretty easy to deal with. But then the more you look at this whole thing with no crafting, scarier it becomes. Ooh, you know what? I'm glad I went back for this one accidentally. Okay, fantastic. Get a recharge. And it's a 3 charge, so got 300 back. Fantastic. Energy tuner. I think I can use that to charge too. No, repair hull. Well, it's fine. Okay. Looks like an engineering room at the top right, probably, for the exit. So I think I've been everywhere in this... No, I haven't been in this travel room. Worth checking. Or a shrine, as it says. I don't know what it's a shrine to. Okay. This guy I'm kind of worried about, the pack leader guy, because there's a chance he can melt armor. If he does the little orb attack thing. Okay, double level. Electronics, decipher, computer, you know. That hasn't changed for a good long while. Mechanical, spear, and lockpick. Okay. So we can access pretty much most props at this point with a pretty decent chance of success. Unfortunately, that hasn't changed anything in terms of nothing wanting to open, but hey. Oh, he did it! He actually made these function as proper pillars now. Awesome. I don't know when that happened, but that's pretty amazing. Alright. At this point, okay, infuser depleted. Destroy it. We're going to go ahead and unequip the armor because what I want is for one of those repair items to go to it. This one needs to stop plinking away. I would honestly hope that there was a way for this smoke effect to not damage props. Because sometimes when you walk into a room where all the props are completely destroyed, you know, say they have like 20 health or something, and that thing is just going, and even though it's hitting it for a decimal of whatever it would normally have, okay, it's just an Adaptoid. I was worried that it was going to be an Amazoid for a sec. Okay, intelligent targeting. Awareness. Okay, what did we identify? Okay, reduces the chance of target attack next turn. Okay. So let's go ahead and add that to the spear. What else? Intelligent targeting improves accuracy. That is also going on the spear. Actually, let's use the duct tape to repair this armor. Where is duct tape? Still have the holy hand grenade over here. How much does this do? Penetration 150, 50 to 80. O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it thou may blown thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy. That's awesome. Actually, kind of a random note here, but that was one of the more unusual things I was well, floor 39, first of all, so hell yes. But it was one of the more unusual things to get used to. When not exactly, like, I wouldn't call it, like, converting religions or whatever else, because I'm still fairly neutral on the subject, but basically going from Catholicism to, technically my the relatives that we go with are Mormon, but like, it's weird because between Catholicism and Mormonism, like, it the overall process for Sundays is just, it's weirdly similar. Like, it's funny that there's often so much of a, like, oh no, they're completely different thing, because the main difference, right? The main difference between the two, like, for Catholicism, you go to church, you know, you, what in friggin' crap's sake is this? Warmind Esper? What the hell? Well, that was new. Anyway, so, like, okay, so for Catholicism, you go there, and you have this whole process where they do a couple readings. They, like, pick a few Old Testament stories, then they pick a New Testament story, and then basically the priest goes on a monologue for a while. And yeah, like, it's entirely dependent on who's there, whether or not the experience is actually legitimately entertaining and or interesting or downright dreadful. But yeah, so, like, the change between the two is mostly, like, the entire thing is done backwards. Like, they still do the same thing with, you know, you got your grains, you got your liquids, and then you got your oh crap, this thing's about to break. I almost care. Anyway, what was I getting at? So yeah, like in that one, you have your two readings, you got your third reading, you got your monologue, and then everybody goes up for, you got your Christ crackers, and you got your wine that everyone drinks from, and, you know, it's always a little bit funny to me that the nuns at my school always found it weird that I always refused to go drink from that thing. So I'm like, you know, you just had like 20 people drink from the same thing. Like, yeah, I know the guy's wiping it off, but that's kind of gross. I'm pretty sure that thing is not antibacterial enough to get rid of all those colds. And it was actually a joke we had in school of, like, you know, where the point of the religion is to make sure to have some sort of hopeful protection against getting sick from drinking out of that cup. But anyway, so yeah, like the Mormonism side of things, like, you basically go there, you get these little tiny, I wouldn't even describe them as like shot glasses, but they're like these little tiny cups with water, and you get a little piece of bread, and then, like, they get a few wow, I can't speak words today. Interesting. So you get a few people to go up there, they're like, oh, you know, here's my story for the week, and that's kind of it. Like, I don't know, it's like, it's a little bit surprising that, oh, dick. Oh, dickery. Please get dead. This thing is scary and mean, and it survived with 0.1% health. How does that even happen? Anyway, point being, it's funny that there's so many fights between so many very similar religions. Because I've gone to, I think, just about every breed of Catholicism at some point or another, just either because well, okay, when I used to travel around with my mother and all that, they always insist on going to church, and apparently didn't care too much what symbol was on there. It was just like, you go to a church. So, they were kind of nuts as far as religion went, but point being, so there would be just these cases where they're like, oh, you know, frickin' Protestant or Baptist or whatever, just, it's got, I guess it doesn't pay taxes, so, all clear to go in there kind of thing. Anyway, point being, all of them pretty freaking similar. It's kind of amazing they fight. Except for stuff like, you know, the crazy Baptist one from a few years ago. I think you know which one I'm talking about. That one's a whole different kettle of fish, but then again, that's not even a religion itself, that's more that one place is really friggin' crazy. But hey, that's life, right? There's crazy people everywhere. I forget how exactly I got on this topic. Eh. Nobody's writing comments, jeez. It's probably because this is happening in the middle of the day, and a few places actually managed to get a cooling wave recently. They're probably out enjoying it. Pew, 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 pew. But I'm almost about to get to floor 40. We can count it as an achievement. Yeah, if it wasn't for this spear, this run would be probably dead by now. See, stuff in my face before going back to riding. Sounds like fun. Oh man, I should probably go stuff my face. There's a bunch of chicken to be had. Started having all this diety stuff lately. So suddenly everything is a salad. Oh, crap. Alright. Well, here's the deal. First off, EMPs. Completely whiffed it. Good to know. Let's try that again. Okay, that should hit all of them. Well, I mean, it did something. So 2 of them are gone. I'm just going to use this laser on the last one because I'm about to get a recharge over here. I say, being hopeful that it doesn't explode. Okay, that's 1 energy cell. That's 2 energy cells. Oh, crap. Oh, crap, those 4 cells. That's some luxury right there. Actually, almost can get to a full health bar. Right, med drone. I'm gonna have to check if that actually heals. So, testing that. Decipher foraging computer. So yeah, saw a few of the new book titles there. Hopefully the certain someone that was mentioned there doesn't actually end up getting infected, just saying. Hopefully that wasn't a spoiler of any description, despite the fact that you said so. But the fact that it was brought up made me wonder if it was actually a spoiler of some description. Anyway, looking forward to the third one. So yeah, see, back to writing. Whoa. 19,000 since starting July 1st. Holy crap. That's a lot of words. Oh, by the way, speaking of books, I've actually been going and reading a lot of the other one. It occurs to me that I actually have not put a report in for a couple chapters, and I don't know why. I should probably do that as soon as this is done. Alright, so the super cannon is almost dead here, unfortunately. So I'm going to use one of those repair patches on it. Probably going to keep the other one for infinite health. So far I haven't needed to abuse that glitch, so there's that. But yeah, then the only thing that you've actually missed from earlier, there was this one part where even abusing infinite health, it still wasn't enough to get past one particular room. Like, it was just literally impossible in every possible sense. So that was interesting. Ooh, there's the exit. There's a change, and there is a whole lot of stuff I don't want to deal with. See, it's the cover artist. She redrew the eye shape and didn't have the pupils in. Gotcha. Oh, that's a mother egg. First off, turn on this. Second of all, turn on this. I don't know if it does anything. Third of all, Where's Mother Egg? Shove it over here. Pew. 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 I don't want to risk this guy screwing everything up here. Because that thing can damage items. There's a VN probe. Nuke it! Alright, come on, charge. Yes, okay. So fed a little bit off that thing. Why the hell am I going up here? I don't... Alright, so, med drone does not appear to be doing anything, so turn that off. Dang it, I can't unload it now. Floor 40! See, there was a lot of room and inspect the poor character yet. Is it reflective of anything in the story so far? Like that it makes the reader worried about it when they see it. True. Ooh, okay, this is completely different. It's just... Wait, it's just a line? Okay, so floor 40 lag hasn't improved, I see. Okay, nothing there. Oh boy, okay. Well, here is the deal. I'm gonna go ahead and use this patch on this thing, then I'm gonna go ahead and drop it. I'm gonna go ahead and use the force field belt, run up, and let the utter fuster cluckery that is this room happen. So usual strategy for getting past this this particular facility is just run up and let all of the random explosive characters just lob explosives at you, eat all of the damage, and watch as it destroys everything else around. So I'm gonna run towards this turret. Okay, I'm blinded. Okay, so it's still not consuming that repair patch. Keep on using your AoEs, pals. Okay, a bunch of stuff's getting damaged. Oh, wait, crap, the Vorpal Blade's getting damaged. Okay, you know what, yeah, let's just drop everything that can be damaged. Drop this. I think that's everything. Okay. Alright, so that's cleared out most of the room. I can't tell where most of anything is, but whatever. Okay, use that heal. Let's get Might up a little bit. Let's get Mechanical up. Let's get Spear up. Get over here ability. Still can't use it, but whatever. Merging to Cypher. Okay, Mother Egg failed. Yeah, I probably should have used this earlier. So 80% chance to function, but yeah, blindness happens. Okay, use Mother Egg. Pattern Harpy Warbot. Got a Mason Rifle. Let's have you do this one. Let's have you punch this one. Warbot, there we go. In fact... dang it. I was hoping that I'd be able to just have him drop that weapon. Okay, so he's gonna reload. You're gonna punch him. I mean, he was useful while he lasted. That would have been cool if I was able to force him to drop his weapon, though. They're just bumping each other around. Alright. let's pick this stuff back up. If the Vorpal breaks while fighting him, that's perfectly fine. Okay, done deal. Use this, repair hull. Yeah, screw that. So the Overmind, or no, wait, Overmind is a different thing. Let's see, kill a rabbit. Yes, we got another kill a rabbit. Okay. What's this? Azrius? He's here? Okay, cool. Seems fitting to use the Holy Hand Grenade on him. That was unimpressive, actually. Okay, let's use you. Seriously, what the hell is this? Pyroclastic anomaly? VN probe. It's problematic. Unfortunately, I can't even move right now. Okay. So, helpful grenade monkey managed to take care of all of it. Kerberos, that's fitting. Alright. More pistol rounds, still don't have a pistol. Final floor. I haven't gotten any projectile weapons. Okay. Use the free heal. Get more foraging, because I want that up to a frickin' 100. If I had another battery, I would feel at least somewhat safe doing what I was doing earlier. Don't know what I'm even grabbed by here. Imp? Do I have any of those? Should, right? No, apparently not. Alright, well, go ahead and use one of those, I guess. Holy hell, this thing has a lot. Alright, you get poisoned then. Poison proc. That's dealt with. That's pretty much dealt with. Good. Got a slave collar. Okay, didn't want to take another shot from a VN probe, but what can I really do? Just need to come into this hallway. Best friend hallway. Armor got blown up a long time ago. So on the left, I think it's just this guy. Let's go ahead and repair that. Actually, I'm going to back off for a sec here. I'm going to poison him. Come on, poison proc. Oh wait, he can't be poisoned. What am I doing? Of course not. Doip. Okay. Okay, that's hilarious. So I was worried that I wouldn't be able to use the infinite health glitch if needed, and essentially use the patch on the wrong item, because then I was trying to go for repair hull and wound up not repairing hull at all. So that was convenient. He just dropped another one. Oh right, that weird whatever the hell that thing is. Can I poke it? Or do I need to go back for the cannon? No. Okay, so I can poke it. There's yet another Kerberos here. Let's get this shield going. Poison. Switch to the Vorpal. Have it do its thing. So yeah, Vorpal is mostly for penetration rather than actual damage, but it honestly does about as much, so it's perfectly fine. Okay. Another slave collar, interestingly enough. Dick. Absolute dick. Why would you go and transform into a thing this far into this thing? Oh, even more than one. Rude. Alright. This is fine. I think that I have batteries, right? So, really recharge this thing. Probably eat a couple of them. And, yeah, let's go ahead and go for you. Use a computer. At 100%. How does the override fail when it's 100%? Sweet. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Unfortunately, still stunned at this point.
He has enlarged my mind.
Oh, there's one of those guys in there too. Alright, go for this right here. Huh, okay. This is a weird situation. Actually, I'm tempted to use another battery to make this happen. As long as they go for shotguns, this is fine. Okay. Let's try to satellite. Still don't really know what that is, but okay. Stride one all the same. Now, where is my reconstructor? There we go. An actual projectile! Holy crap. It's like some kind of miracle. I'm not sure why this one wolf is trying to get away like that. Just mashing G in weird vain hope that maybe, just oh, crap! Alright. That's acceptable. I should have a fair bit for that thing, right? Sure do. Acceptable. That's fake. Of course it would be. I'm gonna go back to retrieve the laser. That's a shame. I was hoping not have to worry about you guys. Nuclear attack skill? I didn't actually know that it had that. Although it's this this thing that it starts with, this Futafeki thing, is pretty darn close. Actually, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put that in the first slot. But yeah, so this is already the final floor. This is going pretty darn well, especially since I found out there's actually a infinite health glitch. so there's that. So technically, you can get through everything as long as it's, well, damageable by whatever I'm carrying, and, well, as you can kind of see, you know, it's fine. Because these guys are probably just going to stick to defending their area, except for the ones that run out. So I'm going to go ahead and go here. So I have to say, there was this copy of a bunch of old games that my brother had given me as kind of my first set of games as a kid, and on it was a copy of NetHack, which yeah, interestingly enough, you know, up to that point I had never heard of any roguelikes whatsoever. Obviously they'd been around since the 80s, but I'd never really known how any of that stuff worked. So you know, I'm pretty used to playing a bunch of regular action games and stuff like that up to that point. You have no idea how confusing it was to me that it was turn-based. Because what ended up happening is I kept going and trying to run past stuff and everything else, and like, I don't get it, why does it keep getting faster the faster I move? And like, no, it's turn-based, like, but I want to hold down the button and go faster, and like, no, you're gonna friggin' eat it then. But yeah, and that combined with this other game called Drainstorm, were pretty much my first foray into roguelikes. But yeah, you know, I wish I could actually show off Drainstorm, but unfortunately, it was for whatever reason friggin' programmed only for 32x computers. So you basically got to be either running 32x or emulating 32x in order to be able to run it. And for that, oh man, it's a stupid process for being able to emulate that. Well, like, it's such a complete screw that type of situation that it's hardly even worth going into. You basically have to make an entirely secondary computer to be able to pull it off. I was actually considering taking my old backup computer and downgrading it to a 32x system. You know, maybe that'll work. I don't know. It's not the longest game in the world, but it's a really unique roguelike that I really wish would have gotten more attention. I mean, it's here's the thing. It's a mix of some randomization and some set pieces, so you don't know how many levels you have up until a certain point. So it's kind of like this branching maze thing where you have certain, I wouldn't exactly call them plot elements, but like designed elements all over the map, and then you're just going up or down different floors trying to explore it. And the entire time you're in this tank. And all this tank can do at the very start is shoot a bubble. And if a bubble hits something, it traps it in that bubble in most cases. But that tile is now blocked off to you, so you'd have to blow up that tile in order to be able to move. It's really hard to actually explain. It's a really good game. Clearly they made it as a hack of Minesweeper of all things, but anyway. Let's see, okay. For sure nuclear isn't in SOTS. It would be too OP if you ever had to fight a medieval adventuring party. FF1 was weird. Yeah, there was nothing normal about FF1. You could tell that they went all out for, this is our last possible chance of getting anywhere in this industry. Let's make it as weird as possible. And so they did, and stuff's been going great ever since. Okay, let's max out might here. Yeah, these rooms aren't meant to be fair. This is the very final floor. Like, okay, so this is at least acceptable. Like, you're forced to actually go through these rooms. The original version of this was like one giant square, and then you had to get to the center room. So there was an optimal path, so you could fight like 5 of these rooms and then get all the way to the end. And it's kind of a baffling design. Like, looking at this now, I'm amazed that this isn't what they went with in the first place, where you just have a choice of different rooms to go through. And unfortunately, my programming's been damaged here, apparently. Yeah, if I hadn't gotten this spear, this run would be so very, very, very over. Like, this is only possible courtesy of Pokey Stick. Pokey Stick and Infinite Health Glitch. Although, to be fair, technically speaking, so far, I've only used that thing for convenience. It actually would have been perfectly possible to survive this far without using it at all. Because both times I ended up using it were right before level up. So it would have been a free heal anyway. But yeah, no, as far as medieval parties getting bizarre things, I mean, there's Worker 8 and FFT. That was totally balanced. I mean, I guess he was kind of slow, but still. Dude was strong as hell. Actually, we've been getting farther with that community run lately. It's kind of amazing how even with a completely OP party, the like the whole Wheatgraph fight closer to the end of the game is surprisingly still difficult. Like, he pretty much can still one-shot everybody even once they're in their retardedly strong status. So this Pain Herald, holy hell, man. Okay, so. Douche. Yeah, so, just so you know, the only reason I'm using this infinite health thing, like I said, is for convenience, because I really want to see what this guy's ending looks like. Like, if he even has one programmed in at this point, which I kind of doubt. And bear in mind that up until floor 40, I didn't get a single projectile weapon, so... That's, less than ideal. Alright, so do the usual, walk through door, get grenaded a bunch. Looks like this, maybe one more layer, and then probably the final room. Technically speaking, the final boss can spawn in any of these, as I understand. Okay, so we're finally at the egg zombies. Something that's funny to think about is the fact that they're all the way down on floor 40. The outbreak that they were escaping from is just endless amount of these egg zombies. Egg zombies! Why is every FF game available on PC except FFT? Actually, I don't know. That's weird. I thought it was. I mean, they basically ported it to friggin' everything else. You could go and play it on anything short of a toaster. And it's funny because the original time that they made it for the PSP there, or remade it for the PSP, is undoubtedly the worst original port. I mean, obviously they ended up, well, they didn't end up fixing it. They ended up fixing it in other versions, I heard. I don't actually know if that's true. Come to think of it, I hope they fixed the phone version, otherwise that's embarrassing. But no, what was I getting at here? Yeah, it had atrocious slowdown. Like, that's usually why I say the original is just far better. If anybody asks and they don't know a lot about changing things around with mods, so just play the original. It doesn't have it. And by the way, I'm not talking about slowdown like, oh, it just hiccuped a little bit. You know, I went from friggin' 30 to 29 FPS, what's his world coming through? I mean, like, it chugs and dies the moment you try to use half the abilities in the game. I don't really know how they felt that was acceptable. It's actually probably the only time I've ever seen where there was a strategy game like that where it legitimately got so slow that I'm surprised it got commercial release. Alright, so, can I get through this room yet? Have I taken enough punishment? Let's see, how much does he have yet? It's still question mark, question mark, question mark. Might as well turn on the shield now that everything's already over. I'm slowly getting pushed back. I can't tell what's going on, but I think I'm winning. Oh, well. Zombie blobs, so that's fun. These things have 124. Is it time to just break out the rifle? Maybe.
No, go away.
Poisoned. Oh yeah, so here's that thing. Some of these blobs, for whatever reason, end up scaling up damage, and I don't know why. I'm doing 40 with a spear here. There was this one time with, for some reason, using a spear. Was it Spear of the Stars, Sword of the Stars, whatever, one of those? Or Star Lance, there we go. When I was going and using one of those on one of those things, it did like 240 for whatever reason in one of the patches. But apparently that could have been some weirdly specific issue. Alright, come on now. Actually do have to get going here pretty soon. And there's the final rooms. Seems they've got fancy doors and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna say robot room's the best way to go. Oh, I hope I don't get interrupted right before the end of this. Perfect. Actually, should recharge this mother egg. Use that. Get Warmac. Ooh, got a drone. Fantastic. Okay, use it again. Hopefully pick up a Warmac, and basically I just want to completely bypass this area if possible. Okay, blinded. Well, so much for bypassing it. Okay. Maybe some of them will drop batteries. I just need to go after the drones now. Jeez. Enough explosions for you. This might be a little bit intense. Alright. So let's get into this hallway. Enter in this corner, and after getting around the corner, everything should be all fine and dandy, because there is basically just one giant room left. And I'm assuming ranged cheese probably won't be available anymore. In case you haven't seen the original, that's pretty much what you would do every single time. You would go to the final room, just kind of get eyes on the last boss and all of their hench peoples, and then you would walk out of that room. And as long as they were still technically spawned in, you could pretty much just go and repeatedly snipe them from a range where their AI wouldn't even function. So that was fun. Curious how people complete this without infinite health. Well, I mean, everything up to this point I actually did complete without it. There are a few more efficient ways I could be doing this. Not to mention I got pretty atrocious RNG up to this point. So basically what had happened is, yeah, I didn't get any ranged weapons up till now, which I should probably be switching over to. And that's just reflecting off for the most part. Actually, that doesn't even seem worth it. Purple. What's this? Yeah, this can't even pierce their armor. Yeah, normally by this point you'd have a few laser rifles, you'd have a few craftables. For the normal characters, as it were. Bear in mind, this guy is not balanced yet, so this is just a very early draft of him. I just really wanted to take a peek at it. But basically, the other ones would have a bunch of craftables that they'd be able to use by now. And so this guy does not. Doppelganger. You don't belong in this world. Alright, drop some cannon parts, and now last boss time. They might be saying, hey, there's a whole bunch of guys behind you. Okay, I'm gonna save that one last energy cell just in case. Wait, what? There's what I need to unlock. So... Pew. Pew. Yeah, there's the master. So it's still failable at this point.
Welcome to your death.
Right, he's gone. Man, there's so much random background noise going on. There we go. Set all that on fire. Actually, just meant to turn around there, not turn back. Now, here's what we want to do. Just sit here, keep spam firing this thing. So as long as these guards are gone, they won't have anybody else to mount. And then as soon as he himself is gone, then well, that's basically it. Let's do this, which I think might reflect some things, maybe. So these guys were poisonable before. I don't know if they're poisonable now. They don't look like it, weirdly enough. Oh no, wait, there we go. There's poison. Yeah, one of the methods that you could always use on this is you would just chuck a poison grenade in there if you had it, and essentially just kind of leave them to fester for a little bit, go do something else. Almost died. But yeah, so I'm assuming once this guy has all his craftables and everything else, he will be a lot more viable. Because it's funny, up until the 40th floor, he's pretty darn strong, but then when it comes to this stuff, he basically has to use his hunger meter in order to be able to actually fight stuff. So it's not ideal. So if I hadn't gotten the spear, for example, I would have no way of fighting this. Final room's almost done. Get that, get spear up. Almost doesn't even make sense to use the rest of these points. Okay, the spear is not breaking as much as I would have thought it would. Also, it's funny that there's so many swamp creatures here.
Food.
Okay. Get a poison off on them. Good.
Our food.
Alright. The elite is almost done. Agent, so that's going to turn into one of those moth people again. Alright. Come on. Let me into that room. Actually, weirdly enough, of all things, this is kind of making me think of, let's switch over to the cannon here. It's kind of making me think of what often happens with boss fights in Ogre Battle. It's like, hey, I just have, this one last guy to beat, and all of a sudden they're like, no, friggin' 8 more units. And all of them are gonna keep slightly kiting you and knocking you back more and more. Okay, so that thing is unknown.
Shatter your mind.
Take out the VN probe. That would suck to get insta-killed by that this late in the fight. Ah, hell, he's confused. Stop being confused.
Swallow your soul.
Still beats the days when there wasn't even any kind of ending at the bottom floor. Well, I mean, some games definitely had that, that's for sure. I guarantee you this is probably going to crash the moment that the dude or dudette in here is released. I have no way of curing this confusion either. So I can just keep mashing F and that's about it. There we go. There we go. Get rid of those. Use this thing's slashing abilities. Alright, elite lady. We're just killing time at this point. I should point out most of the other characters also have the ability to stop and rest and recover. He does not. He has no ability to rest, and he basically just drains over time. So that's a bit of a problem for him. He's kind of missing a lot of the core functionality of a roguelike. But that's why people have been saying that he needs some, like, a bioreactor or something to be able to go and absorb food or something, because his energy is a little bit of a weird problem. 42. There we go, now it's just the last guy. Also, this guy constantly sounds like the intro to One Vision. That thing. Alright, first shot. Good. Alright, it's open. Now, any bets on one of this crashes the game? And they pop out, all naked-like.
Time to go, Ape Girl. I have other bounties to earn.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna use the mercenaries line. Also, I love that the mercenaries whole thing is just he does this every day.
I'm still half frozen. Can you carry me?
Half
Of
frozen
course
and
I
naked.
I'll add it.
Adds it to his fee.
Someone wants a mercenary?
There we go. The first win I've ever gotten on it. Well, first win I've ever gotten on the fan mod, I should say. Beating it on an impossible for the regular game. But yeah, there we go. So I guess the Warbot doesn't get a naked lady scene. So there's that. Anyway, I need to get going here. So yeah, thanks for showing up. Have a good one. And yeah, hope it was at least somewhat amusing. Alright, take care. Bye.